envy, isn't it? The whole point of the attacks upon Prince Harry and his wife, whether they're coming from within the palace, on the record, off the record, nowhere near the record, or whether it's coming from Fleet Street, is because they're simply better at everything. They're better at PR, they're more media savvy, they're more articulate, they're more empathetic, crucially they're more accomplished. Look at their careers, compare their careers. They're more accomplished and they're more attractive. So here is the real sin of Harry Windsor, and this only occurred to me last night. But the real reason for the hatred, the viciousness, and this astonishing level of abuse is because they make a complete mockery of royalty itself. The idea that he gets the top job and he sits in the sidecar for the rest of his life is absolutely absurd. But we can never ever admit that because it shakes the very foundations of the royal family.
The language used against Harry and Meghan is often extreme. Words like traitors and attention-seeking are thrown around with ease. This isn't just criticism, it's a campaign of personal attacks. They chose authenticity over tradition, freedom over duty. The media amplifies this, painting them as villains, but the more they attack, the clearer it becomes. Change is inevitable. Life inside the royal family looks glamorous, but for Harry and Meghan it was a gilded cage. Every aspect of their lives was controlled. Schedules, appearances, even personal choices. Privacy was non-existent, every moment a potential headline. The gilded cage, for all its beauty, was still a prison. The choice was stark: conform and lose themselves, or break away and find purpose. They chose freedom, not out of spite, but out of necessity. In January 2020, Harry and Meghan announced they would step back as senior royals. Their language was careful. They wanted a new, progressive role, not to abandon the family. They hoped for a modern, hybrid model financial independence while still supporting the monarchy. The press called it betrayal, coining Megxit and blaming Meghan. In reality, it was a joint decision after months of struggle. The uproar revealed the system's unwillingness to adapt. The idea of a part-time royal was unthinkable to the establishment. Negotiations were tense. The couple lost patronages and Harry's honorary military titles. The message was clear: you're either all in or all out. The palace chose punishment over compromise. The uproar was about power, not just protocol. The firm couldn't allow royals to choose their own path. Despite backlash, Harry and Meghan stood firm, prioritizing their family's well-being. Stepping back was an act of courage, a declaration that their peace wasn't for sale. The system's rigidity confirmed they'd made the right choice. Their departure exposed the monarchy's inability to evolve. In leaving, they protected themselves and set a new precedent. Critics predicted Harry and Meghan would fade into obscurity, but the opposite happened. Free from royal constraints, they built their own platform, signing major deals and launching Archewell. Their success was immediate, and it stung the old system. The palace's slow charity model couldn't compete with their global reach. They produced documentaries, launched initiatives, and spoke on world stages. Their influence grew, arguably greater than as working royals. This challenged the belief that power flows only from the crown. Their activism became more personal and impactful. They spoke out on issues the monarchy avoided: racial justice, mental health, misinformation. Their work was driven by values, not protocol. Financial independence was criticized, but they were simply building a business on compassion and service. Their model proved you can do good and do well. For the monarchy, this was a direct challenge. Their success showed there's life and influence beyond the palace. The old guard's jealousy and fear only grew. Harry and Meghan redefined what it means to serve. The media's treatment of Harry and Meghan has been relentless and cruel. Every action is twisted, every motive questioned. If they seek privacy, they're called secretive. If they speak out, they're accused of attention-seeking. This isn't journalism, it's character assassination. Their charity work is dismissed as PR, their pleas for compassion labelled as lectures. The goal, strip them of authenticity and isolate them. Double standards abound. Other royals are praised for what Harry and Meghan are criticised for. The media holds them to impossible standards, fueling constant outrage. This campaign serves the royal establishment, warning others not to stray. The attacks create a toxic environment, making reconciliation seem impossible. The media needs a villain, and Harry and Meghan fit the role. Their real crime is challenging the power structure. By discrediting them, critics hope to silence their message. The relentless negativity is a warning to any royal considering independence. The campaign isn't about truth, it's about control. Harry and Meghan threaten the system by simply existing outside it. Harry and Meghan challenge royal traditions at their core. The monarchy thrives on mystique and distance. The couple values connection and honesty. Meghan's background broke the mold, triggering anxieties within the institution. Their hands-on, open approach was a stark contrast to royal norms. They used social media, shared struggles, and hugged people, breaking the never complain, never explain mantra. Their authenticity threatened to demystify the monarchy, making it more human and less powerful. The real fear is irrelevance. The monarchy's survival depends on appearing essential. Harry and Meghan's global success suggests the institution isn't as vital as it claims. They're creating a new model of public service, agile, responsive, and in tune with younger values. The old guard sees this as a direct threat. The establishment's harsh response is an immune reaction to change. Criticism is about self-preservation, not just dislike. By punishing the couple, the system hopes to discourage future deviation. Their biggest crime is proving there's another way. That possibility terrifies those clinging to the old order. Harry and Meghan's choice to prioritize well-being and values has inspired millions. Their story is a reminder. It's okay to choose your own path and protect your mental health. This resonates with younger generations who value authenticity over tradition. Their power to inspire is what makes them a threat to old structures. The monarchy relies on unquestioned roles. Harry and Meghan challenge that. They show you can serve with purpose without losing yourself. Their openness about mental health has broken new ground. When a prince admits needing therapy, it gives others permission to seek help. Meghan's honesty about isolation validates women everywhere. Their leadership is based on vulnerability and empathy, not stoicism. This connection is a power the institution can't control. Their struggles are universal: family conflict, workplace pressure, protecting children. By sharing, they've built a global community of support. Their message: you can break free from toxic systems and build a better future. Empowered people are the greatest threat to outdated power structures. The attacks on Harry and Meghan are intensely personal, targeting their character, marriage, and mental health. Meghan faces relentless misogyny and racism, portrayed as manipulative and divisive. These are classic tactics to discredit powerful women. The focus on their mental health has been especially cruel. Meghan's openness about suicidal thoughts was met with disbelief and mockery. Media figures accused her of lying, sending a chilling message to others struggling. Their personal lives are under constant scrutiny: parenting, home, relationship. Anonymous sources paint them in the worst light. The level of vitriol is disproportionate, a form of global bullying. The goal: break their spirit and force them out of public life. These attacks are political tools to discredit their message. If they're seen as unstable, their advocacy is dismissed. It's a way to silence dissent without addressing real issues. The personal attacks distract from uncomfortable questions about power and justice. It's a smokescreen, hiding the real debates Harry and Meghan have sparked. Strip away the noise, and the motives for criticizing Harry and Meghan become clear: fear and envy. It's not about protocol. It's about resisting change and envying their freedom. They walked away from the ultimate institution and are thriving. Their success challenges the belief that life outside the monarchy is irrelevant. The criticism is a projection of the critic's own insecurities. The royal institution faces a crisis of relevance in the modern world. Harry and Meghan represent a diverse, globally minded future. Instead of learning, the old guard attacks. Their popularity exposes the monarchy's failings and inability to adapt. The attacks are desperate attempts to cling to fading influence. Harry and Meghan have forced public reckoning on race, media, and the monarchy's purpose. The criticism isn't really about them. It's about the questions their journey raises. The relentless campaign is proof of their impact, not their failure. They've shown it's possible to serve authentically outside tradition. Their story is still being written, and its legacy is just beginning.